started with planning for these elections, and that we now drew up our election project plan. That plan was integrated into the election timetable, whereby we identified some electoral activity timelines in that dashboard. He has tried to reel out some of the activities we have already done. We are now in the stage of what I will call pre-implementation stage. We have finished planning, we have finished preparation, we are in the pre-implementation stage, which will ultimately culminate on Saturday. And so today's media chat is part of that process, whereby the security and RISEC in joint synergy is intended to assure the people of Rivers State and all the voting public that security is pivotal. So it's one of the major planks for any successful election. Without security, we won't have any safe and secure environment to conduct an election. The electoral officials and movement of personnel and materials will not be secured without security. Even campaigns from candidates will not be safe. And generally speaking, the movement of voters themselves can be impeded. And so we are here to assure you with the Commissioner of Police that we have really almost concluded to launch into Saturday. On the part of RISEC, in our planning, we have disaggregated our data into a number of local government areas in Rivers State. We also noticed and appreciated the number of wards. We have also disaggregated into polling units. So our preparation was all-inclusive, using verifiable and valid data in that respect. And so what I'm going to realize in terms of preparation has been taken local government by local government, ward by ward, and polling unit by polling unit, identifying even their peculiarities in terms of threats, in terms of difficult terrain, and in terms of particularly the elements which he has mentioned. For those who will be going to the riverine areas with boats, we have been able to procure some raincoats, we've been able to procure some tarpaulins, while those who are in the upland who will be going by buses, we have also procured large-size umbrellas. So we are not unmindful of the weather in which we are. All that has also been taken care of. In terms of electoral materials, we are very good. All procurement have been done. As a matter of fact, movement of non-sensitive materials starting today, accompanied by security agencies. Every LGA has been allocated a truck that will take non-sensitive materials to the electoral officers at the various LGAs. We are also in receipt of our sensitive materials. They are already intact. Due process has been done. Quality assurance is completed. Security features completed. And so what we intend to do by tomorrow, he has also mentioned, is that we will now deliver these sensitive materials to the various LGs, accompanied by huge security. And so, in terms of ad hoc staff, we have also trained them adequately, giving them competencies, giving them professionalism, and also bringing them up to speed with the several guides in election management systems and the ethics, in terms of human relations. Because effectively, our ad hoc staff are more or less our ambassadors in the field. Just yesterday, we concluded the last stage of training of local government returning officers, wherein we emphasize the fact that all calculations must be precise, all due processes must be followed. The votes, and this is very important, the votes would be announced at those centers, but they will not return, they will not do declaration. The essence of that is there is what we call a margin of lead principle. You know, for a chairman to be deemed duly elected, he must satisfy certain condition precedent in terms of spread. You know, every LGA has a number of words. And so, in addition to, you know, garnering the highest number of votes, the person must also have 50% in at least 1/3 of the ward in that LGA in order to be returned elected. So we are good in logistics. We are good. We've procured a lot of vehicles, bikes, boats, trucks, and in terms of all the dynamics of election preparation, we are absolutely ready to go. Thank you very much. On Saturday, 12 midnight, Friday, 12 midnight, that's election. 12 midnight is already Saturday. That's the implication. 12 midnight is already Saturday. So, between Saturday and Friday. So it's going to be 12 midnight to 6 p.m. of Saturday. 12 midnight of Friday to Saturday to 6 p.m. of Saturday.
I hope it's clear.
So it is just a one-day restriction.
One day.
Okay. The restriction of movement is commencing midnight of the Saturday, midnight of Friday. No, because we are getting to Saturday already. So it is 12 a.m. Friday to 6 p.m. Saturday.
That's 001 hours of Saturday to 0. Is that clear?
6 p.m. of Saturday, one day. Oh, that's clear. So it's important to so that to be able to disseminate this information, and we at Electoral will also carry it out. We are going to, if you like, saturate the media with this information and hope that whatever we are going to say, which we have gotten now, you also will help us to disseminate it. So that our messages can effectively resonate, you know, with the public, so that there will be no misconception, there will be no misinformation, there will be no rumors, there will be no gossip, there will be no apprehensions in terms of movement restrictions. Let us better get it clear. 12 a.m. Saturday to 6 p.m. that day. I hope there's no confusion about this any longer. Thank you.
Good afternoon. We're here. This chairmanship and the chancellorship election that will be holding on Saturday. We have done due diligence. We've been holding several meetings. It's just to give you a brief of what we have done, what research has equally done, and we have also synergized and rubbed minds to see that all those things are being done. I mean, just to read through some of the descriptions of activities of INEC which they have done. And the remaining one is for today and the election day and after election. We all here are going to participate fully, and we want it to be a success. So we have been doing all these things to ensure that it will be a success. Most responsibilities lie on us now, because we as security agents need to be cautious and careful about the way we are going to conduct ourselves during this election. Whatever thing we do may make or mar the election. And there are rules that guide the conduct of each and every one during an election period, which the pamphlet will be given to you. Other various agencies will have their copy to give to their men to talk to them. This is not the first time we are going to be conducting election, and that we're going to participate in election as security is concerned. And we need to adhere strictly to what concerns us. I want to also make you to know that we're in a state of emergency, and there are some powers that we have under state of emergency, all to ensure things go well and to be decisive in our decision when the chips are down. We don't want the situation whereby the security agencies are the one that will cause problem in the smooth running of this election. There are going to be video cameras. Observers are going to come from different places. You know quite well the rules that guide our conduct, including not being visible with any arm at the polling booth. If there's any reason for distress call, we have our men strategically located in different places that will come out to assist when there are security threats. Also, VIPs are not supposed to bring their escort or whatever close to the polling booths on that day. There are lots that you will go through in the pamphlet, including soliciting for votes, tampering with money, exchanging money, and what have you. All will be read to you. We are conversant with them. But for benefit of doubt, RISEC has prepared those pamphlets that are given to all agencies to read to their men. ID card to identify you on that day will equally be given at the nearest opportunity so that they will not go and falsify or duplicate such. So all hands should be on deck. I'll go through the activities of the RISEC that they have done briefly. I'll also brief you on things that we have equally done. And I now leave all to you to let us know what your contribution will be in terms of what we have left out. Equally, we had a meeting with Sole Administrator yesterday with all sister agencies and the security commanders here. And we discussed extensively on likely issues that may emanate, which I will also raise here. I'm here, the research chairman is equally here, who will throw some light into those issues that I'm going to bring up here that we discussed about, briefly to know what and what we may need to do. But in all situations at the local government level, the local government administrator has a lot to do. The security operatives have a lot to do. Instances where there are emergencies and there's no vehicle to convey materials back after the election or before, both the security, the local government administrator, everyone has the responsibility to ensure the right thing is done. We must own this election and we must make it a success. Like I said, we've rubbed minds with RISEC. We've let them know our own standards for security. They've equally done due diligence from the execution of activities that they have done that I'm going to just briefly go through for you to understand. Then I will also let you know exactly things we have done. Before this election, at the inception of a state of emergency, all the service commanders have come together to have a combined task force to dislodge criminals from the state. And we have been visiting a lot of camps of cultists, criminals that have been profiled and identified within the state. We have given them a chase out of the command of the state. And the few ones that their men are around, we are picking them one by one. We've done a lot of achievements. One of them is what we presented today to the press to see. We made a lot. We cannot give all for you to see, but at least notable ones to let you know that we are working have been displayed today at the police headquarters. We have been working in synergy together and we are working as a team. But we don't want anything to disrupt this election, and if at all, it won't be pinned down on the security agencies.
that are going to participate. So we have to be very cautious and be careful. And when the manuals of what is expected of you is being given to you, digest it and ensure we behave ourselves. From the start of RISEC arrangements for this election, they've started by meeting with stakeholders and issuance of notice of election, revised timetable, and what have you, for all people that need to know. They've done courtesy visit to heads of military and security agencies on this election to let us know their readiness and what is expected of us. Budgeting and assessment of election material needs has been done. Appointment, deployment of electoral officers within the sections that are prescribed here has also been fulfilled. In fact, if I have to go through the list, there are many, but all preparedness for this election by RISEC, as far as we are concerned, are satisfied. What remains is to execute it, and it is now on us, the security agencies, to deliver without having problems or embarrassing the process of this election. So we are going to have a kind of interactive discussion based on this. There are some things we highlighted where we've been rubbing minds together that I believe the research chairman will be able to throw more lights. I will probably throw more lights on some of these issues. Like we'll have a joint operation room where if there's anything happening within the local government, you can reach us at the joint operation room at the police headquarters. We also have a replica of it in local governments, which if they can't handle at that place, they will request to us and we'll do the needful. Like I said, we've been working together and we'll continue to work together and make things work well, especially as this election is concerned. Most of the things I jotted there are supposed to be standard operation procedure for election, what is expected of you, when people are being arrested, when people can be arrested, and what have you are there in the mode of arrest. You should be civil to members of the public as much as possible, those are coming to vote, and to protect them. Those things will be in the pamphlet. If we are lucky to go through it, we will. If not, to be given to all the agencies for you to digest. I just jotted some few things that I believe may be necessary for us. Some they are already known by us. Some we may need to get some clarity. So I just jotted them here. I'll just be talking about them as it goes, and we'll try and trash it out. So this will be interactive meeting with all security agencies to rub minds and to know what we'll do in some situations, practically what we need to do, so that we're sure we have done all due diligence and then expect the best. We discussed about boats for rural areas and riverine areas for deployment of materials. RISEC, I'm sure, has provided for that. And those boats need to be readily available for deployment of those materials. Voter sensitization by RISEC, like I said, they've equally done that, and one of it is what we're still doing here. You try and note them so that the one you want to ask question on, you may ask questions as I'm going through. We talk of rain, provision of polythene to cover sensitive materials to prevent damage on transit, because we are not sure if rain may fall on that day. How do materials that are being conveyed either in boats or to some other area, how are they going to be protected? Our polythene covers will be provided, or a raincoat or whatever, to protect those sensitive materials if there is heavy rain. I want you to be taking notes so that if we're going to ask questions on that, and RISEC chairman may equally throw more light on that. We talked of response to distress call at polling booths and other areas. We have our men on ground strategically positioned in different areas close to the divisions and local governments For anybody that wants to come to surprise us with arm on that place, we will give him his own surprise. Even though men are not supposed to be seen visible with arms, but we have armed team ready to respond to distress calls. We talk of conduct of our men on duty, video clips of wrongdoing, and other things that may be recorded. You are going to be recorded, and your action and attitude may cause problem for the election. So we have to be very careful. You have to maintain your calm. You have to be civil as much as possible. Security of correctional centers. Yeah, we've done that. There will be security for correctional centers. There are already security. We'll brief up security there to ensure that area is well fortified. We talk of numbers of personnel to be deployed. That one, we've already decided on that. There's no need discussing that here now. Assisting movement restrictions. All of us will be assisting in restriction of movements during the election. Don't be too harsh on people. If people have some distance to cover, you can give them benefit of that, but at least let it be known that we are at alert and we don't want unnecessary movements so that people will not use that opportunity to mobilize and attack people who are going to cast their votes. So you check. Definitely those that are on essential duty will be given pass. Others equally who are for that duty will have their identity card. All various agencies will tell you what to note on that day on the identity cards to know if somebody has fixed his own or not. But in all things, you use your discretion. Don't be harsh on people, be polite, and have a listening ear. The military are going to cordon the inward and outward of the state. We have about 3 major roads bordering other states to the states. The military will cordon all those areas to ensure that we don't have infiltration from other states of miscreants that may want to mobilize into the states to cause havoc. Within the state and its environment, we'll have our men, all other sister agencies will be police men, ensuring that movement is restricted and people are moving peacefully to cast their votes. Like I said here, we have joint control room where two representatives of each sister agencies will be to attend to any matter that may concern any of the agency and will take decisive decision right at the control room. There, all agencies that are having issues will be trashed out from that control room and will give concisive directive on what to do. We are going to have show of force from tomorrow to ensure we make people know that yes, we are out and the town will be secured, and let them know that we are ready to ensure we sanitize everywhere and probably show our strength to some extent. Distribution of ID cards and tags, that will be done by tomorrow. All agencies will have their own. We will do it very close to the time so that it won't be easy for them to go and forge it. And even if it's forged, our agencies will let us know things to watch on those ID cards to let you know that the person coming is coming with a fake one. I hope I'm communicating. People on essential duties will have their pass, and equally observers and media will be given stickers and ID cards to enable them observe with, in a very free and fair condition of all activities going on. And we are imploring you that all security agents should cooperate with them fully. Even if they are stranded, you should give them a helping hand. Like I said, note that the conduct of officers and men for this election duty should be taken into consideration. They should know what is expected of them. I think we've said that. Deployment starts tomorrow to all sensitive areas. Start deployment from tomorrow to cover some areas. before next tomorrow for the election. Like I brief of the activities of the Joint Task Force in preparation for the election, I've told you what we have jointly done. We've cleared everywhere that we need to clear. We've arrested those that we need to arrest. We've charged those that we need to charge to court. I think we've sanitized the town enough to say, yes, we are ready. We've been going on constant raid, just like I said, and we've been making success. Like I said, those are the part of the ones we displayed today for the public to see. And this has also been possible because of the support of the member of the public who are giving us tangible information. So we use this medium to thank them. We've also gone to evaluate previous problems that we have done in the last election from the reports. We've digested with RISEC and with other DPOs and other agencies who participated. And we have mapped our strategy to ensure such does not occur, especially areas where we know it's volatile and we have some criminals that have been given issues that even though we've cleared the place to some extent, we've taken note of those areas and we have done what is needed to do the needful and ensure those swans are nipped in the bud. Like one of the things that we've done convoy patrol, cordon and search operations, which have led to these successes that I just mentioned. Then the restriction of movement, some are putting it in the press, they got me wrong, on the 31st, early hours of the 31st at 12 midnight, not on the 29th. 30th. Right? 30th. 30th, right? 30th, there will be coffee from the midnight of 30th till 6 in the evening, just like it's been done normally for all the elections. There's nothing new about it, this one. We'll do that to ensure that the safety of people are being monitored, and it's just for that night till the hours of the evening when the election will come to an end. So they should correct that information saying that it's a day before the election. That is not correct. I think for now that is that. Just for the brief and to let you know those areas where we are trying to see if there is anything that left out, especially covering of those materials if it's heavily raining, and if the rain is so much, will it stop the election? Will the election still continue? What are the provisions for those that are going to cast their votes and the officials who are going to work under heavy rain? And if materials are still being conveyed while those rains are falling, what is the provision for the materials? I think the research examiner will be able to answer that, and any other one that I've just mentioned that you may also come up to ask for clarity.
To take some decisions as to if the person goes to the extreme. In a normal case, some may be overlooked, but in such situation, it may not be overlooked. So that is just to throw warning to who that might try to make or foment trouble, to know that the punishment that may be for a normal situation may be different. So they should keep their calm and allow people to cast their votes in a very free and fair manner. Thank you. I hope that is clear.
Not clear.
Thank you.
Come outside. go out.